What's your major career path?
So I originally wanted to be a speech and language pathologist, but now I want to be a mental health counselor.
I am an elementary art teacher.
I either want to be a sex therapist or own a fabric store.
I don't really know.
Is passing important to you?
It used to be, but as I'm more comfortable, if I'm read as trans, then I'm happy about it.
For me, passing is pretty important for my own safety, and I would say passing is also important for my own dysphoria and alleviating it, but I wouldn't push passing to be the end-all be-all.
It's actually really not that important to me. I really don't get butthurt if someone calls me or misgenders me, or I'm probably not going to see you at the end of the day, so it really don't matter.
I think passing is important to me for dysphoria, but I think also I just kind of pass automatically with how I dress and just being binary.
Why or how did you choose your name?
I chose my name because I was looking through hundreds of baby names, and the name Theo really stuck out because it was short and sweet.
I kept my name, my full name, which is Jordan. It just has a Y in it, which I think is cool. And then I kept my middle name, which is Elizabeth, because my niece's middle name is also Elizabeth, which was in honor of me. So I just felt like it was right to keep it.
My middle name is Isaac, and that is to pay homage to my parents, because if I were assigned male at birth, they would have named me Isaac.
Because I didn't want to lose the first initial in my name, and I didn't want to go with Kyle because that was my cousin's name, and to me it was a little
Before I started realizing I was trans, I had an imaginary older brother, and his name was Dane. And so I was all when I realized that was my gender dysphoria, personified, I gave myself that name. And then I wanted to keep a family name as my middle name. So I named myself after my mom's favorite uncle. And then I wanted to be more in touch with my Mexican roots, so I gave myself a second middle name. And I named myself after the first known trans conquistador in Mexico. And so I got to keep all my initials.
What part of your transition is most important to you?
Someone else want to go?
Is that like a skip, or do you just not you think about it more? The legal stuff has made my life so much easier.
I think for me, the most important part of transitioning, that was the question, right?
Starting my medical transition, because it started the process that I was looking most forward to, my voice changing and starting to pass a lot more.
I think for me the most important part of transitioning was just feeling comfortable with myself, finally.
I don't know if it's the most important thing about my transition, but it's something that really sticks out, and it's that I didn't get to meet myself until I medically transitioned and began to live my life as male, to the public and to the world, because I wasn't outgoing before, all my talents were hidden before. I didn't really see a purpose to really engage in life because I didn't feel right in my body.
Where do you lie on the political spectrum?
I lean very far left.
I am very apolitical.
I would consider myself more liberal, more towards the left side.
I think I'm an anti-capitalist at this point.
What is your favorite accessory or article of clothing?
That's hard for me. I would honestly throw on sweats for the rest of my life if I could, but I would have to say my watch.
This shirt, this is my signature look, the black polo with the jeans, but I will say as far as accessory, this necklace that my sister gave me, this is little sister, that I got when I was 10, I just keep it. Oh, and then there's a new chain, or a new charm that my niece gave me, so.
Want to do some poses for it?
Okay. Dan's gonna be my favorite article of clothing is my hair.
This one, that one, this, no.
Wait.
I jumped up too fast.
I like shirts with interesting necklines because I think they make me look handsome.
I just thrifted a black corduroy jacket, and it's so nice. But yeah, I have a lot of cool thrift store finds.
My binder that I received. And then besides that, I really enjoy shoes.
When did you first hear the word transgender?
I do not remember.
I learned the word transgender from Tumblr, along with like a bunch of other like neo-genders, micro-labels and stuff, and non-binary genders.
I knew that there was trans culture from a very young age because, like, you know, Powerpuff Girls, that one villain, him. I just knew there was something going on, you know, so that I could connect with him.
It was one of them Kardashians.
When I was a kid and I was scrolling through TV and I watched the Tyra Banks show and there was a trans boy being interviewed.
When I was younger on TV, my mom watched Jazz a lot. I don't know her last name. But I don't think I really understood what it was until high school. And even then, I don't think I really understood it until probably like college.
When did you know? I knew when I was at the Museum of Natural Science one day in Houston and it was crowded with a lot of people and I just started breaking down and crying and running to the restroom because I had a chest that was exposed, right? This is before, because back then I knew that I wanted no chest. So I started to put the pieces together after that.
In the 8th grade, I kept thinking about like, oh, if I had an older brother, he would do this. Oh, if I had an older brother, he would say this. Oh, if I had an older brother. When I learned about the word transgender, I figured out that older brother, I wanted to be him.
I knew when I was pretty young, when I had first gone to school, I remember noticing the differences between boys and girls at school, and I really wanted to be one of the boys, even though I was technically one of the girls when I was growing up in school. So I always knew since I was 5 on up, and then I didn't accept it until I was a teenager.
For me, I always kind of knew, but what really set me over the edge was this shirt that I bought for my 21st birthday. It was like a striped shirt. No, it had polka dots on it, and in the store it looked really good. But then I took it to Vegas where I was celebrating my 21st birthday, and I put it on and I just like completely freaked out. And then I just kind of like looked into my feelings, and then I went to therapy, and it just kind of turned into what it really was.
What is your sexual orientation?
Queer.
Straight.
I would consider myself pansexual.
Hey y'all, I'm Renee,
And I'm Kai,
and we are the 2 creators of Save Our Sons and Brothers,
or SOSB for short,
a new program for trans men of color under Save Our Sisters United.
aka SOSU. So thank you so much for watching SOSB's very first video. Due to how the world is right now, SOSU is making big plans to go into next year strong by providing Houston's trans POC community with services. All we're asking that you all do is simply share this video or even donate if you can.
SOSU is doing its best to empower and support our trans siblings of color during this socioeconomic crisis through the pandemic.
So no matter how you can support us, if it's donating or simply following our Facebook page to stay in the know, which are both linked down in the description below, we would greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, as Kai was saying, we would love to see you become part of our community.
So thanks again.
And see you soon.